Good evening once more. It's season 3 of the GSC Invitational, and look at how clean that logo is. Did you know that Dance of Hearts is the one who made it, the person who collaborated with me on the commentary team for GSC Invitational 2? Well, he's back, and I consider you go. And, well, check out his channel. Um, we try our best to make the production as good as we can, right? And we want to provide with our own perspectives. And for those of you that don't know, the GSC Invitational is a tournament that invites the best of the best. Of course, there are 32 players, but 3 spots, more or less, are going to be allocated to potential play-in players. And we are in the play-ins right now. It's a round 3 game. The last recording between Zirkus and Rahal, which is my first recording, was a round 3 game, and it was the gold lower bracket. And now we have silver lower bracket between ACII and none other than Sceptross. Actually, one of the first people to teach me how to play GSC, interestingly enough. And he's really well known in the red and blue and yellow OU circuit. So we're going to see how they play. But before we start, just consider the fact that to your right, you can see that there is a prize pool. All of that money will be going to the first 3 players at the main event of the Invitational. All the money goes to them. None of it goes to the organizers. I am not an organizer this year, and I'm not even a guaranteed commentator, but I just want to provide with my insight and maybe just as a thank you, show my appreciation to the tier, because God knows that I'm broke. I'll come around to donating too. But if you want to, consider joining the Discord and try reaching out to Siatam, written right there on the bottom right, and see if you can do so yourself. Even just a small amount can help. And if you can't, then just join the Discord, even just for the sake of being able to catch the games live, make some nice predictions, share your hot takes, and getting to know the players better. And also, if you want, you can always just subscribe to this channel or that of Dance of Hearts, and keep looking for GSC OU Invitational videos. I hope to make a trailer soon, before the main event begins, especially since I've been eliminated myself in this particular round. Let me know in the comments who you would like to see next and who you think will win the play-in. Okay, so AC on the bottom, Sceptross on top, and we're going to start off. Let's see how this goes. Nido lead for Zapdos. Okay, Snorlax. Snorlax coming in with a double back from AC. I actually don't think that clicking Lovely Kiss is a bad play per se, because it can kind of force Sceptross to use Sleep Talk BP. And what I say is, it's worth considering that, a freeze. Okay. It's worth considering that if you manage to force the Zapdos into using Sleep Talk PP, then your Nidoking's always free to click Lovely Kiss on something else if the Zapdos clicks Rest. So, but right now, Sceptross is in a pretty bad spot. Not entirely unsalvageable. 43 means it's out of range of Ice Beam. Yeah. But it also means it can't stay in for another turn. I mean, the odds of it waking up would be bad, but still contribute to it dying. In other news, Snorlax thaws out, but AC gets a pretty big advantage in the initial exchange, all thanks to one Mon and a double. Cloyster getting some spikes. Thank God that spikes can't miss, right? Well, actually, if you lower the accuracy, but
Sceptross is going to reveal his Raikou, which Snorlax should be pretty safe to come in on T-Bolt Coup with a Scar. So what we see here is the run-of-the-mill double electric plus Golem, probably. In the last game I commented on, there was not a Golem, but a T-Tar. Every double elect is different. Zapdos staying in on Snorlax, interestingly enough. Probably just wanting to catch something. Kinda risky, if I do say so myself. With all that toxic damage accumulating, a crit could be nasty. Sceptross reveals Earthquake on the Lax. As ACII reveals his 5th Mon, T-Tar, so looking to be a Nido-Gar-Tar team. And his Lax is probably Monolax. It's just barely out of range here from Double Edge. Gets the speed tie, manages to recover and sets up slowly. And we know that Sceptross doesn't have a setup Lax. So not all that much breaking power from Sceptross in my opinion. But he might spin away the spikes first things first, which is what he does. Body Slam. What's the plan here? Is he looking to deal some chip damage first? Because you could deal some damage and then phase the Lax. Golem shouldn't be too worried about that, but I'm just thinking ahead of time, considering that he has this team. He could have a Roarku. Oh crap. The Lax accidentally kills itself. Power. Lax accidentally kills itself through double edge recoil because of the crit from Zapdos. And a para on Sceptross's Raikou. ACII goes to Snorlax just to prompt a switch here. How is he going to respond? Is he going to double? He just goes for a Body Slam. Which, fair. Another. Man, the Nidoking is a lot more threatening. With Zapdos asleep. And Lax gone to a crit. Nidoking is pretty threatening. T-Tar likewise. And Sceptross has Curse Toxic. He could not have an attack, granted he has a phaser and there is an attack, so no phaser Skarmory, but not Sleep Talk either, because he has Golem and he might even have Raikou, given that the Raikou did not use Sleep Talk for 2 turns. Could be Roar. Okay, so Toxic on the Lax once more. Just putting it on a timer. Sceptross can infinitely stay on this Snorlax, but what does he intend to do? Now he rests up, though, instead of going for a Curse first. I don't know about that. Seems like he needs a way to break the Lax. Because if he doesn't, what else is he going to do? Zapdos is asleep. Now that could have gone very poorly for AC right there. I suppose he didn't have a choice. Sceptross. Ooh. Going from Ice Beam on the Skarm to Golem on the Thunder. Making these very nice predictions here. AC. Switching to Zap. While Sceptross is taking a lot of damage from those spikes. A lot of residual damage. The Thunder. There's the roar reveal. Oh, but it roars in exactly the wrong Pokemon. Zap comes in, but it can die to Ice Beam here. Skarm coming in. As we know, that's not Sleep Talk. Raikou comes in. Taking a lot of damage. That's not a real switch in there, but oh, Zap goes down. And Sceptross forfeits game 1. This is a pretty unfortunate outcome. I know that has a lot of weight to it when you say fortunate or unfortunate. I don't mean from an RNG perspective. I think that was pretty neutral, to be completely honest with you. So AC is in the lead here, and we're going to go and see Sceptross if he can make it back. Also, another thing worth considering is that this is the silver-black bracket, whereas the game between Rahel and Xerxes was the gold bracket. Both are lower brackets, so whoever loses will be eliminated from the play-ins, as this is a double elimination qualification to a double elimination. Sceptross with the Skarmory this time. I mean AC, my bad. Missy. Raikou. Another roar from Sceptross with a Skarm, so it looks like it's stall on stall. Well, maybe he'll find more success with Raikou versus a stall team, which is slightly more passive. And this time around, he does change up the sets. He has 2 phasers in Raikou and Skarmory, so probably no Golem in the back. Missy coming in there. Is it Thief? No. Hasn't taken damage thus far. There's no telling. Fori. Sep switching out of Fori, going to Raikou, making it take a lot of damage in the process. Raikou doesn't seem to be working out too well. And there's Hidden Power. Yeah, taking a lot of damage. It's already down to half in just under 20 turns. Now it's forced to rest up, and it's going to concede a bit of momentum there. Fori is free to attempt the spikes. Very diligent of AC to scout for that flamethrower. Not saying I would have done so myself. I get burnt a lot by Flamethrower, man. And it's an Oko too. But nope, in this case, that's not what happens. Flurry even has a Protect to potentially catch Sceptross off guard on a switch out, but Sceptross kind of playing quite linearly, I think. I think it's due to a general rust. Like, he hasn't played GSC in years. So, Missy. Snorlax. A bit of back and forth. We see that the Missy took a bit of damage, so it's not Thief here. And Sep. Ooh, nice there. So, just so we don't miss our cues here, it was Sceptross's Fortress coming in first, and therefore be free to click Hidden Power Fire, dealing a lot of damage. AC is now going to have a pretty hard time finding an opportunity to spin, and it looks as though his team only has one spinner. I could be wrong. Toxic unfortunately misses, but AC making a double and reveals Earthquake on the Lax. Raikou. Missy. Missy coming in. It looks like Sceptross's win con is probably to burn that Missy. It is Pain Split after all, so if it does get any sort of status, it's going to stick, making his life easier trying to pressure. And Starmie from AC is revealed. And it's free to click spin because Raikou does not have Sleep Talk. Also, this is the first time, might even be the second. Well, yeah, that's definitely a sign that the Raikou is 328 speed, because on one turn, Sceptross's Raikou recovered first. On the other, it recovered HP second with the leftovers, meaning that it is, yes, a phaser, but it's not. It doesn't have its HP lowered. Well, Sceptross fighting a burn, but not on a mon he would have liked. How many of these has he thrown? Dang, 7 flamethrowers make it 8. And still not a single burn on Missy. Like, at this point, the odds of it happening are greater than it not happening. And yet, wait, is that even mathematically correct? I might have made a wrong assumption there. I don't know. AC, a little bit on the back foot here, but the Missy can pressure this Lax quite a bit. He did take a lot of damage in the process, or they. In any case, we're not really sure about the pronouns here, but Missy putting that Lax on the timer. It is sleep talk, so I think. No, we're not really sure. That was me jumping the gun a little bit there. It feels like it is, but I suppose it could not be. Scarm on Scarm action. We've only seen Toxic from AC Skarmory here. And with Whirlwind, he's going to phase out that Fori. So, and this could be an opportunity to spin, but of course AC has a phaser. I mean, a spin blocker. Oh my god. Pardon me. Oh, damn. Okay. Toxic Whirlwind HP Fire. Dealing a lot to Sceptross' fortress all of a sudden. In a not so good position himself. As Raikou comes in on the other coup. It's safe to click Rest Talk here. But what we don't know is if this is a Rorku or Sleep Talk. Probably Sleep Talk. And Sceptross stays in. Interesting. I would stay in to spin. There's never a good chance. And there goes the Starmie. Damn. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's really bad for Sceptross, especially with all the damage already taken on the Fori. And, you know, there's a spin blocker. I suppose he wanted to catch Missy here, but it wouldn't have amounted to much. It was a low reward, high risk move. And this is exactly the outcome. Alright, he does get a pursuit on the Missy. That's something. Fori is more or less free to do whatever it wants here. Missy and Umbreon coming in on the Missy again. But when your Umbreon is poisoned or toxic and Misdreavus has Pain Split, there's no killing it unless you get a crit. Umbreon recovers all its HP back, and Misdreavus more or less the same. Sceptross is going to have a very hard time breaking now, so we'll see how it goes, but at this point I'm giving the edge to AC here. Pursuit Charm Talk, okay. Raikou. So if he can break that Missy, but what, you know, with all those opportunities of Misdreavus coming in, he never revealed the Umbreon. He should have most likely used it there and pressured it when spikes were down, rather than aiming for a flamethrower burn. But if that's the case, finally lands a flamethrower on something that he likes, but he's just going to switch out. Umbreon coming in again and gets Toxic for his troubles. That kind of sucks. At least there's some nice pursuit damage there on the escape. Might have clicked rest. AC Skarmory is free to deal damage or status anything right now. Toxic paired alongside HP Fire is very nice because anything that is immune to Toxic, i.e. steals, poisons are neutral, I guess, but anything that's immune to Toxic is weak to Fire. Steel types are weak to Fire. Anything that resists Fire can take poison damage, so. And we do see a Growl, so AC coming out with all of the text that we've seen in SPL from Conflict here. But this is a really underrated move. We only see that typically on Miltank, but it looks like this tech is actually here to stay because it makes Missy more reliable against many different sets of Snorlax or even other physical attackers. Growl. Just a good utility move overall. Sceptross is dangerously low. He's kind of forced to click rest here, as AC's going to rest as well. Just keep his HP high. He knows he can come in on the Raikou. No questions asked. Goes for some nice chip there. Definitely going to deal more than a Curse Scarf. Fori coming in. Raikou coming in. Another Whirlwind turn? Nope. Sleep Talk. Alright. Lax comes in. Good Flamethrower prediction. No burn. No crit. He must have thrown at least 12 of these now. 16 flamethrowers. Only one burn. And the Misdreavus is narrowly escaping there. This is looking pretty bad for Sceptross. He has not found an opportunity to spike up because all AC has to do really is not bring in Snorlax. And as Sceptross loses HP, AC is gaining HP and replenishing it, making it increasingly harder for Sceptross to find an opening hit. Raikou is definitely going to force out the Fori. And he's going to kill it. Oh my god. That's the second turn of a high risk, high reward move. Well, actually, it's the second kill from a Sleep Talk Raikou. Looks like Sleep Talk does not like Sceptross very much. But in any case, that's going to be the outcome of this match. Round 3 of Playins. And unfortunately for the beloved RBY player, he will be out of Playins, and unless he can maybe win a popularity poll, because there will be a vote to get in as well, it doesn't look like his chances of making in the main event will be very high. Meanwhile, AC will be moving on in the silver bracket. So I hope that you guys enjoy, and take care.